Hello everybody, my name is Elenator and welcome back to Modded Superflat Survival, episode 41. Yes, I am at level 82. I did a massive amount of cooking for both charcoal and iron and iron. So yeah, y'all remember back on Friday when we were coming upon day 1000? We're like 990 something. Yeah, I spent right around 100 Minecraft days collecting resources. Oh my Nizaj, that is... I got real tired of it, but like, I had train videos on in the background, or off on the side I should say, 3 monitors for the win. Anyways, so here's where we're currently sitting. This is almost full. Yeah, I was working on more rail casting. Might as well spend the steel for that. And we also have another, I think it's like 3 or 4 stacks of steel up there. Now down here, if I look at this chest, we have a few stacks of 60 iron. That's all cooking, that's taking its time. And then in here, it's all iron. Yay! So we have a lot of iron, but if my math is right, we're only going to be about 2/3 to 3/4 of the amount of iron I need for the Super Chief. And I also have a lot of blocks of coal. Truth be told, at this point, it's pretty much just charcoal. I have not really gotten that much coal mining. I've been really spending a lot of time on the tree farm, which we're about to do. That's the current thing on the list. Chop down the trees again. But yeah, over here, you can see I added more tanks. So now we're at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Well, plus 1, 15. I have a row of 14 tanks all along here, and because I added 4 more, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one's more than halfway full. So I was like, I'm just gonna build the tanks early. Therefore, these 2 pumps are definitely producing a lot of creosote oil. So, well, I guess the ovens, I should say. But anyways, the only downside is over here, this is all... I didn't even know I had more iron. What? I kind of forgot that in there. Whoops. Anyways, that was more of the iron that was cooking up. But anyways, that's not very important. So I was doing a lot of thinking about in terms of watching the train videos and how their yards are set up, and thinking about how the current one is, all the sidings over there, and I got to do something with the end of them. I have not fully decided. When I go up top, I'll need to show y'all the new map, because I've expanded it a lot, even though it's only about 2/3 of the way done, because I kind of ran out of sugarcane. Sugarcane farm is not very fast. We shall be working on that later. But for now, we're going to wait for the sugarcane to keep popping up as I examine the current rail setup and figure out how to accurately, or not accurately, how to improve upon the current siding setup, primarily with getting the trains onto the main line, out there into the flat line, the big old loop. The current problem comes down to they have to pull all the way forward into the small loop that surrounds the village over here, and then they have to back up all the way to get to the flat line, and then they can proceed to go forward. Basically, it's a lot of a complicated setup, and I want to help with that. If what can be done is on the back side of all the current sidings, if they were able to just back directly onto the main line and then proceed to go forward. It would save the room in case I have something down there like I currently do. The Polar Express still hasn't been moved. Probably should have said that. Yeah, I ended up proceeding to finish the last 2 cars as well. But oh well. So in the event that I have something on the little loop, such as I currently do, what I'm thinking is if I could just, for the other trains that you can't really see from here, if they were able to just back straight onto the main line and then just go from there. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. But yeah, the flat line out there, the big old loop, I'm happy with how it is, but I'm definitely going to want to implement a switch track back there somewhere. In fact, I'm going to need another 5 of them plus a 6, because it's going to be the 5 for each of the sidings, and then the 6 is going to be where it all comes together onto the flat line. I've also had plans to explain the flat line other places, other villages. That's a when we get there thing, because I'd like to finish around here first. I want to get the entire flat line around here working up to good speed, because right now it's alright. It is not the best setup, but I have plans for improvement. That's what we'll be working on today and next couple of days or so. This week shall be spent working on train stuff some more, because that's a big section of the series. I didn't really have any particular plans for the series other than lots of trains, and I've definitely been pursuing that, making good progress. Toss the apples, toss all that. We're doing all right with biodiesel. I probably should have said here. I'll show you all the big old map after I start cooking up all these logs. Yeah, I will show y'all my plans or what I've worked on as well, because not only did I finish the Polar Express, I constructed another 2 SD44s. I was talking about the high nose variants, because we already had the chop nose, the one where it's the Spartan cab, the standard one you see on locomotives of the same type. Here, I guess I'll show the map first, since I'm over here. But yeah, it has now been expanded outward to encompass the flat line out there. It's very visible because the rails show up big old gray line against the solid green. Yeah, only about half of the flat line is shown currently. But you see, I have this extra space back there. Those 5, I'm thinking, are going to go straight onto the flat line over here. It's kind of the game plan. All right, well, thanks for dropping on in anyways. Yeah, nice to see you again. Where are they going with that? Yeah, that's the game plan. I'm thinking of bringing those 5 together and then just having the one extend the rest of the distance. Yeah, you say nice map now, but there's a lot missing. And then over here, you could see there are the additional high-nosed SD44s over there, because that's the original, where you see it cuts off part of the way up to allow for extra windows. Whereas these 2, one facing forward and one facing backwards, both of those, the short hood goes all the way up to the top there. Is anything else new? Not really, other than I may have had very minor derailment at the very end of the freight train, because the siding wasn't long enough and I didn't realize that, so I may have pushed the last gondola car off the rails a little bit. And therefore I proceeded to expand all 5 of those. That's why the rail casting was the last thing I worked on. But I've also made a lot of other rail segments, because I kind of prepared for this. Where is it? Over here. Aha! See, we have 1, 2, 3 stacks and 20 standard rail segments. That should last a little while. As well as here's all the current extra steel. And I suppose that's pretty much all of that. I think I've wrapped up on everything. Oh yeah, it is now a complete square. I have finished all the chest pads out there as part of the storage area. The chances of me filling up every single one of these wooden squares with chests is very, very low. I don't think I'll be having that many unique chests out there. But I have the space in the event that I need it. And let's see, is there anything else new? Not really, I don't think so. I don't think I've really done anything else on this world because most of the 100 Minecraft days has been spent on resource collection. That's almost done. That's going a little slow though. Okay, how are these looking for cooking up? Well, they're getting there. Basically, I need this charcoal because not only do I need to restock all these furnaces, well, almost all of them, because they're getting quite low just from all the charcoal I spent, but I also still need a little bit of extra charcoal just to start loading up the Polar Express down there. I really don't need too much just because the tender is totally full of charcoal, so I only need a little bit to get the locomotive going, because then it's just going to feed from the tender into the locomotive. That's all that. But before we get the Polar Express moving, like I was saying, I wanted to work more on the rails out there. Therefore, let me toss this axe. Okay, so our diamond one's sitting at -41, and our steel one's sitting at -730. Yeah. This steel axe is to repair this one when it breaks, and then this one is in the event that I get any other steel axes first. So I can combine the 52 plus 807. That gives 937. Like I said, there's like a 10% bonus, or 5%, I don't remember. Used to be 10. When you were able to put tools together in your crafting grid, it used to be 10%, and then I think it was bumped down to 5. That was way back in 1.9 pre-release 2 or 3 of beta when they added that. But yeah, over here, did I go tree chopping? I did. Yes, I did go tree chopping. Okay, the other farms I think are still going to take a little bit. Therefore, we shall be getting to the rails now. Wump. There you go. Whole stack. I was eyeballing that. Hemp farm's indeed going good because I did fill the glowstone all on top of it. No, you can't see it from here. Yeah, I put glowstone as a roof for all of that. So now the hemp farm is working up to full speed as it should. I also made more pickaxes. I would have been a higher level, and I spent a lot enchanting all of these, plus another 2 others. But yeah, therefore I've been slowly utilizing these up as well. Okay, so that's indeed all that. Therefore, let me get the track blueprint, the golden spike, and all the rail segments. I don't know how many of these I'm going to need, but I should acquire them. Yeah, this will be fine. Okay, so we're gonna set this back to, I'm gonna try this out with the custom curve. Here, let me set that to like 10. I'm gonna set this out with a custom curve and see if we can create a switch track. But if that's the case, let me whip out another, I need like, what, 4 levers? Oh, I don't have any cobblestone. Okay, we're gonna have to go mining first, never mind. And before I forget, let me also grab some treated planks, how to make a bunch more, because I made a lot of the treated fences, for the reason being of the tanks, the fluid tanks. Oh, it looks like the wheat farm and potato farm is doing good. Okay, let me get these now. Oops, that one wasn't full. Well, nope, that one wasn't either. Okay, I'm gonna skip that one, because that one's not fully grown yet. I guess after we take care of the farms, then it'll be time to produce more biodiesel, just because every diesel locomotive is all the way full in terms of the biodiesel, with the exception of the one that's currently sitting on the fluid loader. That one's only about, I think, 60% full or so. It's 100 and something, 100-ish buckets out of 174 buckets. So it's more than halfway, but it still could use more biodiesel. That's why it's currently sitting there. That way, whenever I get the resources to make more biodiesel, it'll all go straight into the locomotive. And luckily, it is not currently sitting on the switch track, which means I'm going to be moving the Polar Express first onto the siding where it belongs. Like I said, that'll be a little later. I should be this episode. It shouldn't take that long. It should not take me more than 2.5 or more than an hour and a half just plopping down rails, trying to get the end of it going significantly well. Because it kind of comes down to over here the switch track. I know you can have a very low degree turn, but it's a little bit of a challenge lining up rails, even if you have custom curves helping you out after that. Therefore, I'm really wondering if I can kind of have two different custom curves come together and then make my own switch track. Because I've realized when breaking the switch track, it'll break in two different segments, which kind of makes me think that internally it is able to be created using two different segments. The custom curve was added to immersive railroading to help with all the very minor problems while it's working on large-scale railroads, and also to help with the very precise accuracy, so that way it looks good, instead of having some bootleg setup that doesn't really look good, even though it works as intended. Let me drop all these. How are we doing on the sugarcane? I think we're good as well. Like I've said, I kind of spent all my sugarcane working on the map. I've not been using it for biodiesel. I'm getting enough from apples from all those trees I've been chopping, as well as potatoes. Potatoes have been going pretty alright. Alright, so let me head on over here. Speaking of potatoes, I need... It is a stack and a half of potatoes for every one stack of industrial hemp. Okay, let me toss the wheat and the wheat seeds as well. Boop. With the hemp farm going back up to full speed, I've been acquiring a lot of... I'll make more maps later. I've been acquiring a lot more of the hemp fiber, and I don't really know what to do with it, but pretty soon here I'm going to need another chest, because over here I have a lot of hemp fiber. This chest is going to fill up really quickly here. Okay, so let me toss the potatoes and the hemp seeds down below. Almost forgot about the cobblestone. We're gonna do that again, for sure this time. Okay, so toss the potatoes in there, toss the hemp in there. That way I'm keeping this totally empty on both sides. That would fill up first just because the potatoes were first. But eventually this will all balance out. That way it'll be 0-0 for each side. And yeah, as you see, that locomotive, because that one I filled up first because I started it forward and then I kind of pushed the way back. So therefore that locomotive was filled up first, and that's why the middle one. But once I have all three diesel locomotives running, I'll have a total of 13,200 horsepower, because each one is 4,400. Let me do my math real fast just to make sure I did that right. Yeah, 13,200. I was right. Because I was thinking 44 plus 44 plus 44 equals 132. Getting close here. I'll just keep that in there because, you know what, I don't think I will. Whip out the half a stack. Don't worry, I should still have inventory space for all the cobblestone. Yeah, let me toss the steel. It's nice to have all the steel as steel bars, just because I know when time comes to work on the E3, the locomotive. No, sorry. Yes, E3. F3, sorry, not the E3, the F3. It's the E8 and the F3. Anyways, when time comes to work on the F3 locomotive, the 2 A units and the 2 B units, because I think I'll go with ABBA as opposed to ABA. I could only go with one B unit, but in the event that I were to ever upgrade the Super Chief in the future, I would probably wish I had the additional B unit. Therefore, I'm just going to make it in advance. I'd rather have too many locomotives than have a heavy train. Because this is going to be the longest. Okay, it might be the longest. It'll be the longest passenger train for sure. The Surfliner and the Polar Express, those are both short. The freight train, I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one will be longer. But with all that aside, so it's just efficiency 4. Let me grab. Let's see if we can put these two efficiency 4s together. But for this cobblestone that I'm about to mine, I might just want to go with the. That's not what I wanted. That way it costs 7. That way it costs 7. Oh, does not matter. Well, now we have efficiency 5. Yay! Wait, why am I going up? I need to go down. Because it'll be diggy diggy hole. Because I used up so much of my cobblestone finishing the square up there. Plus a little more of the expansions, like the tank line. That bit of cobblestone has all the tanks on top of it. And it took a lot of resources getting that. And I'm realizing I never did the test for the Minecraft gauge cart hauler. I don't know how big of a collision it has, because I really want to use that instead of another trench train down here to dig all this cobblestone for me. Because I really do believe it is a wise decision to just plow a train down. Oh. End of the line. But oops. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure that out really soon here, because I have this side of cobblestone and this side of cobblestone. When they're both done, I got to do something else for cobblestone. But anyways, it is super effective to just have a train plowing through here, just carving out all that stone for me. So much better than digging it out myself. And that is, what, gravitite? I think it is. It's been a while since I've encountered it. Alright, so therefore, I'll just do... How much is there? There's 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Staying home in quarantine sounds like you're back in 2020. Oh yeah, Ryan, remember a couple streams, no longer than that, several streams ago I said I remembered what I wanted to tell you, and then I forgot? Well, guess what I remembered again? It was the comparators. I don't know how many weeks ago it was, 2 or 3, or 4, I can't remember. A while back, it was, we were talking about the comparators, and you were indeed right with the statement how the comparator compares the signal. So 1.5 made the 15 different signal strengths that Minecraft Redstone supports accurate, or not accurate, usable instead of just being a visual thing. And yeah, that's about it. I had to look up the information again on the comparator, because it does compare, because one of the features of the two, because you know you could turn it on or off with the lamp up front, but one of the features compares the signal strength of the side versus the back. And yeah, there you go. That's about it. Therefore, I could close Notepad since I said what I wanted to say. But anyways, you caught the big C. Why did it take you 2.5 years later to... Wait, have you had it before? I know I ask like everyone who hops on here and says they caught the C. But yeah, have you had it before? I don't remember. Let's see, is there anything else? I don't think so. I said what I wanted to say. But yeah, the comparator is the only thing that actually uses the different signal strengths from what I've seen. Yeah, no. Alright, didn't think so. I didn't think you've had it before. It's pretty regular Monday. Saturday, yesterday, and today I've spent many, many hours having YouTube playing train videos. And when I say many, many hours, enough in-game Minecraft days. Well, past 100 more Minecraft days compared to the last stream. Because I've done a lot of Uran mining in the Nether. That is so boring. I can't just sit here and mine for several hours. So therefore I would do it in chunks, and I would have the videos just playing on one of the side monitors while I just diggy hole. I carved out a massive section around that Nether fortress though, because I've definitely found a very good section of Uran ore in the Nether that surrounds that Nether fortress. And now it's so much emptier now. There's this big old cave system all carved out by myself from all the Uran I've been mining. And then when not Uran mining, I've been sitting around here letting the steel cook up and the coal blocks and what else? Tree chopping, harvesting the plants and whatnot. Yeah, hours, let's see. Today it was 5 hours. Yesterday it was I think it was like 7 something. I would need to check. I said on Twitter the total number of hours. Yeah, that was closer to like 6.5 or 7 hours spent yesterday. Then Saturday was another 5 or 6, I think. But yeah, I've chopped down a lot of trees. Does it say I'm in? No, it wouldn't say. Tree chopper would probably not accurately record the amount of logs I chopped. And that doesn't even mention dates, therefore that wouldn't be relevant because it would be every piece of wood I chopped, and not just how many over the past couple of days. But yeah, I've had a lot of train videos, particularly several different playlists. I would just go from start to finish, all the hours. Because the shortest one was like an hour, the longest one was 5 hours, and that was the one I got to today. There's another one at 4.5 hours. That one was yesterday. And then also yesterday was, I think, like an hour and a half. But yeah, I figured, you know, I've got time. I'll just let these all play out. And I'll just sit here and listen to them half watch while I collect all the resources required to make sure that I could do fun stuff on stream today. But here we are digging cobblestone just because I kind of used it all up. I was focusing on iron. We're about to be done here though, once I finish this last segment. And then it'll be on the fun stuff, which is placing down more rails, because I need to expand the train yard. Have it hook on to the flat line from the backside. I'm also thinking of getting some sort of, probably a loop. I'm probably going to want to install a loop somewhere on the track. So that way, what I'll be able to do is, in fact, also make it accessible from either direction. Have a big ol' loop somewhere that is connected to the flat line, so that way if I just drive onto the loop, then I'll be able to turn the whole train around. And then that would make me a happy camper. Then I could not be so concerned with which direction trains are facing. Because right now I'm relatively limited, as the current sidings are set up to have a lot of going back before it can go forward. Okay, so I did not need all this cobblestone just to make a few levers, but I was going to go for it anyways, just because I can hold on to it for the future. In fact, I'm also going to make 8 levers instead of 4. That way I could stockpile levers now, use them as needed, even though I think I'll only need 5, no, I might need 6 to begin with. because it'll be each of the 5 all need to switch onto one track, and then plus 1 more to get onto the flat line. There, I can now toss that. I have more coal. Toss that. All right. So now we could start working on this stuff. Let me just switch this back to custom curve, place blueprint standard. Okay. Toss the slag, I still don't need it. Toss the steel. That'll be used later. It's about to be bedtime. Gonna catch these before we head on out. What I probably should do is probably go down and just get my horse now, because I'll be taking the horse for this. Rail car is fun and all, except, or the rail car, the speeder, that's what it's called. The speeder is fun and all, but I need to lay down more track, and the speeder only works on track, so I'll probably be utilizing it later. And then anyways, I'll hop down here though, because it's bedtime. Boop. I'm very happy that I've been keeping a storage crate on me for all the supplies I need. And doink. And away we go. I probably should have taken a look at the map one more time. Oh well. We're just gonna start laying down track and hope it all comes together. As I was saying earlier though, that last gondola car kind of came off the rails, and that was a big unfortunate. Howdy Ian, welcome back. Yeah, you know, maybe the Super Chief won't be longer than this, because I'm looking at the length of this freight train. Yeah, I don't know. Val is selected too. Well, at that point, it's just YouTube being YouTube in terms of whether it actually likes me or not. Anyways, as I was saying, we're gonna test out, see if I can create a switch track without actually needing to place switch tracks. This horse is really slow going backwards. Because with players, you go backwards just as fast as you go forwards. And I don't. Okay, so then, because what I kind of wish I could do is, so this is what, 3 blocks, then I'll have 1, 2, 3 block in between. So 1, 2. So we're gonna set that there. And then over here, we're gonna see if I can just gently slope that into here and see if I could use that as a switch. Because if this works, then I'll be able to work on the full scale production. So because it looks like a switch, the question is, here's where the levers come in, does it work as one? Like, does it know that this section of track is there? Nope, didn't think so. Okay, so I was right in that we do indeed need the very literal switch tracks to actually place switch tracks. Alright, this is manageable. Tell us more about your work as game developer and the projects you are working on. Why are you using AI to ask me questions? That's a question for you. This is slime territory. I know that was random, but I'm looking at all the slimes around here because I want to plop these track down. It's a very vague question in terms of what part of game development. Oh, can you not? Let's try working on these 45 curves. I wonder if I can take advantage of 45-degree angles. Let's see if these turn out well. I'm gonna expand this, so I'm gonna set this to like, what, 50? Okay, I don't think I need a 50 block long 45-degree angle. We'll set that to, how about 20? Nah, not even that, 15. Alright, so if I said that like that, kind of wish I had another track blueprint. Womp. Okay, so because that way, because now what I need to do is get another track set up. Again, there's more experimentation. And then see, are those even straight? I can't tell. Well, either way, this is where custom curves come in, because now I need to plop this one down. Yeah, that 45 is not lining up. That's, hello. Immersive railroading trains are really smart in terms of like kind of figuring out what kind of rails they are supposed to be on. But the real problem comes down to there's no way. Oh wait, nope. Well, they're pretty smart in terms of like it will work, but it just looks so ugly. I don't want that. But yeah, say if I slab that one, can I just do that? Nope, doesn't line up, doesn't line up, does not line up. Because I don't want to set this to the, can y'all not? Nope. Set this to the, because I want to keep it as fixed and the smoothing for both, but like I can't really do that. Okay, so if those were 45-degree angles, I think. Yeah, that was a 45-degree angle. We're going to see if I get better luck with the 22.5. Oh, let me do this. Do you balance gameplay mechanics in your game development projects, and what challenges do you face? Can you provide examples of how you address these challenges? These really do sound AI generated because this is kind of the stuff journalist asks in terms of, no, promotional videos. Like, you know, the, oh, it's raining. Y'all know the, whatchamacalled, like infomercial type of content where, you know, that they bring in specific people, well, not even specific people. It's all part of the commercial where like the people on the commercial ask specific questions. These sound like those kind of questions you would see on a commercial. It's like, you know, y'all people are just here to advertise stuff, but you're trying to make it sound interesting by having the paid actors ask specific questions just so you could talk about something in particular. Okay, that's still not gonna work. Can I line it up from the back side? No. I guess I could do that, but the only problem is that does not look good just because it does not line up accurately. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to get any better than the 45. Not the 45, the 90. The 90-degree turns for the switchers, because I don't feel like taking too much time on this. Too much time getting the switch tracks to be fine. Why is... Okay, no, I was right. 45 is right in the middle. It's 90, 67.5, 45. Hello. And then 22.5. Alright, can you not? I'm not surprised they remade Rugrats and Fairly Odd Parents. You know they remake everything these days, right? Ooh, I have an idea. I think I know how I'm gonna pull this off. Maybe. Hold on. I have a game plan. So what I need is, I need a switch track. Oh wait, hold on. If I want the kind of curve I need though, I think I might need to back this up a little bit. Okay. We're gonna expand this one outward by another. Hold on. If say each switch track is 25 blocks, so we're looking at 25, 50, 75, 100, 125. I'm looking at 125 block for the straight track. I don't feel like making custom curve from this. Don't need to. As long as that works, which it does not just because there's a torch in the way. Hello, slime, how's it going? This is already not what I was thinking. I already have the length. What I need is I need to construct this one out of the turn thingies of the 25 block long switch tracks. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. So if I start right there, this way, this one track is going to go straight and then connect all the way over there. And then I'm going to have another switch track here, and then that one is going to connect to that one, 2, 3, 4. But anyways, I need 25 blocks in between. Hey guys, how's it going? Okay, the question is, because the curve itself is 25 blocks, so how many blocks? Can I just start building from this one right here? You know what I could do? I could just lay down all the blueprints for these and see if it works or if it doesn't. Nah. I'll just go for it. Oh, it's becoming nighttime though. That's a big no thank you, just because I objectively do not have nearly enough torches existing out here in order to keep everything all nice and bright. That's the one. Is that important? It's an announcement. Can I sleep yet? Hotfix. Well, that's about it. Okay. Another game update. Nothing too important. Alright, hold on to that. Whoopsie. Oh, well, it does not matter. Okay, so now I'm going to consume some food just because all these slimes out here making me waste bread. Just because they keep slapping me. Alright, so then start once again from here. That's 4, right? Oh no, that was only 3. Oh, will I have enough space? 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, I will, just because this is gonna end up being straight anyways. Alright, and then what I'm probably thinking of doing is I might just custom curve it. Oh, I see a problem. That one right here, that's not gonna curve gently into that. I'm gonna have to solve that just because the turn radius for this one, for that particular row, is not far enough. That's fine. We have plenty of distance to correct that. I know what I could do. Why have it all be here? Why not just use the center one? Because there's 5, right? Yeah, there's all 5 sidings. What if I just use the curves for the 2? No, because if I bring it to the center, then it's still the same problem. Oi! Technical challenging. Yay. Probably should add these up. Make sure these are indeed accurate. So hold on. 8. Is that 8 blocks? That is also 8. Okay, cool. So now I know it's just another 8 blocks. Anyways, we shall think of something, because what I could do is just set this to like 20. That might be good enough. No, I need something less than that, because it needs to clear this distance. Can you not exist? We're going to try this again with 67.5, and we're going to see if this even... I'm trying to think how to do this, because I want it to line up nice and evenly. Because what I really need is just a big ol' curve here. Well, the only problem is I do not have good luck with anything other than... No, thank you. I do not have good luck with anything other than the 90 degrees. Because say I set this back to custom curve. I can already tell that's going to be a problem. We're going to set this to like 10. Because I have that like half a block right there that just does not line up. Unless... That's weird, it lines up on there but not here. Well, either way, we're gonna ignore that, because what if I can... Let's see, that work, that work. Nope, it needs to be there, but it's just slightly off. Not even, oh, that's not even gonna work, because it curves to the outside anyways. That's a big problem right there. So therefore, set that like 5. Do it as a switch track. Hello. Where is it supposed to be? Oh my gosh! I knew these slimes are problematic. I should just have a portal. When I get additional portals, I should have an additional one that will be capable of just sending all these slimes from a great fall. That way I just don't have to worry about them again. Okay, well this lineup. Ah, almost. I did not anticipate this last one to be so challenging. If we set this back to 22.5. Die, all 3 of you. You get sent to the sky. That is... Will that work? Okay, so 5 blocks doesn't work. Color of the slime. The slime is semi-transparent. Semi-transparent green. I know, he's slime green. Yeah, there we go. Almost. I feel like I'm farther away. Howdy, Paul. Welcome back to the stream. Because technically, this will work. I just don't want it looking ugly. So we're gonna set this to 45 and see if I can find some solution. Hello. I might just have to do my absolute hardest in terms of lining this up correctly, of which I wanted to avoid. Like, the concept is simple. The execution is the hard part. Alright. Okay, we're gonna set that back to 90. Let's set this to like 3 blocks. Is that even gonna work? Oh my gosh, that would work. That would do a full 90 degrees in a 3-block turn radius. That is not good for standard gauge. You are totally gonna get derailed for that. Haha, that's a no thank you. That's a no thank you. So all I need to do, I think I'll be sticking to 45, but what I need to do is find which block, which radius will accurately line up to this. I heard him. I heard him coming for me. Do. We're gonna do this one at a time until we figure it out. Because chances are it's gonna end up being a number that is not, that's sort of oddball. Do. Oh, I think we found it. That might be within acceptable tolerance range, just for the reason being of I don't want to do anything else. I don't think I really feel like taking the time to try to correct that any other way. I think I'll just deal with it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's not where it's supposed to be though. Hold up. It's supposed to be on this block. Oh, well that's fine, because I'll just push it back then. Lump. And it should still line up. Yeah, that is within acceptable tolerances. Okay. There we go. So now the last thing to do is to connect all of that to here. Doink. Where's my horse? I'm gonna need him. It's becoming nighttime already. Have I really spent more than 10 minutes trying to figure this out? Oh my gosh, how are we 51 minutes in? I haven't done anything. I laid down 5 small segments of track here. I have not gotten very far at all. How long did it take for me to get that done? No, you don't. We will wait here until it becomes... Oh, this is not going to work. I'm looking at that 45-degree angle. That is not going to line up with this. I know. I'll just pull the same... what turn radius is? The same 13-block turn radius for that one. You know, I might do the same thing for all of them. Because that way they would all... Because I really don't need a whole 90-degree angle. Jump. I do not need a whole 90-degree angle for this. Alright. I think that's the new plan. No, thank you. Just gonna have to clean out the area of slimes first. And we're gonna hope that all of these are still capable of lining up well. So 1, 2, and this one. So I'm gonna have to clean out the slimes because this requires per block accuracy. I wonder if it really does come down to it being the 12.5 block difference, but because we are unable to get a half a block, at least not through standard means, because we are unable to get a half a block, it just, that's not what I want to change. It'll just, that's why it's slightly overlap. Where is it? I think that'll be fine though. Like I was saying, these immersive railroading trains are moderately smart in terms of accurately figuring out what kind of rails it's supposed to be on. So does that work? Yep. No, thank you, big slime. I'll deal with you when I'm back in that area. Need to make sure this curve is all fine and dandy. As long as it's not running into any other part of it. But I think it's fine, because the curve radius for all of these expand outward. I could bring these all forward a certain amount of blocks, but I don't think that's really necessary. I'll just keep them all at different turn radiuses. So then after all this, I'm going to get rid of that one and then place the individual segments between each of these. Hello. You gotta go. Bye. Yep, still lines up pretty closely. Oh, there are a couple torches. I'll just need to slide those over after I clean out these slimes. Oh, come on. Oop, there we go. There's one. And then here comes two. I'm looking at firing another torch rocket when I can, plopping down even more torches. I just haven't taken the time to make more torches yet. Alright, there we go. So therefore, I'm going to have each of these... Yeah, because all four of these are going to be one switch track. And then I'll somehow put a big ol' loop. You know, I don't think a loop's going to work on, like, this particular section. I think I might bring it out to there. Or what I could do... I wonder if I could fit the big ol' massive loop, because I'm not going to want to slow down the train too much. But if I were to have a big ol' loop track around here, where it's kind of like a needle, the eye of the needle, where there's one enter and exit point. So then that way, once you go around it, you basically turn the whole train around. That's what I'm thinking, and I'm hoping I can fit it around here with a large turn radius. And then that way, I'll be able to enter the main line however I desire. But before I get to that, I have the rail segments between each of these. So how many blocks is this? Because like I was saying, I want to just have just place down the straight track. Okay, so we're looking at one. What was that, 32 blocks? How am I doing? Oh my gosh, I don't have that many rail segments left. I only have a stack and a half. Oi. Okay, so let me see. Plop that down. Is that in the clear? Oh, one more. No, two more blocks. That bumps that up to 34. Yeah, that'll connect. And I Okay, so now for all these smaller pieces, it is. Let me count accurately. So we're looking at 1, 13. Yep, that'll be fine. Excuse me, slime. Don't really feel like dealing with you. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. So of course, y'all already know I'm gonna need an entirely new control panel or extension of control panel for all of these, because all 4 of these switch tracks are all going to require their own control system in terms of having for both the local lever I'll be plopping down for all of these, as well as the long distance one all the way at the central control panel. But that'll probably be tomorrow. I want to keep laying down more rails today and then get the Polar Express going. But with that aside, let's take a look-see, because now I need to figure out how to have the loop going. Because I was going to plop it through there where it goes straight through, because I'm going to need to tear up a section of track somewhere on the main flat line out here. Some part of it I'm going to have to redo, but that'll all depend on where exactly I put the loop. Because what I might do is if I fit a big old loop around here, I think I just might need two switch. I don't want to complicate it, because if I put a Y track, that's gonna take 3 whole switch tracks, because it'll be the 2 parts plus the other end. Oi, I wanted to avoid that. How much distance do we have here? I'm just gonna guesstimate it based on coordinates. Don't feel like counting. Okay, so we are at 1643. And we go all the way to like here. Okay, so we have more than 50 blocks. 1626 or 1726. So we have a fair amount of space to work on that. So therefore, I would be able to have two curves that are each a a 40, not 45, a 25 block turn. But that'll be all this. The theme of 1.20. I don't think a theme has been thought of yet. I know it's about storytelling, right? I think that's what they were going for. Well, anyways, so for all this would be easy if I could, because I'm gonna need one switch track for the main line. Honestly, though, a Y just might be easiest, because if I just back up, I could back up into whatever direction I need. Therefore, I just might tear up this big old section of track here, and then lay down a super wide Y, or maybe extend it outward like 20 blocks or so. It's not even going to be Y-shaped, just because I'm going back to the 45-degree angles, not the 45, the 90-degree angles for these switch tracks. Okay, so therefore, let me mark out the exact middle, because if I could put the center, then that way I'll be able to just count the same block distance between each of these. Alright, time to just do it. Time to just carve this big old section up. And hadoink! This is why it's generally a good idea to make these as singular. Hello! Hadoink! Make all these segments smaller. I'm gonna double check this. Hopefully the horse doesn't wander too far. Need to make a visual confirmation that this is indeed the center. Where's the middle of here anyways? I need to find... Okay, here's the middle. Well, here's what the middle was. That way I get a refund on supplies, because I'll be spending all of those, plus extra. Groupers do exist IRL, just not as green creatures. I'll let you think about that. Let me just consume some bread here as the slimes try to attack. Nom 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 nom. Okay, so we are looking at this, and yeah, that's quite a bit of a distance. So therefore, I should count exactly. Or I could just guesstimate it, like 20 blocks. If I add like plus 20, plus 20, plus 20, that way I'd be able to kind of go from there. Okay, we're gonna set this back to a straight track, set it to 20. I just want to see the blueprint, that way I can count this evenly. Alright, so therefore, I put the curves there, I think. That's not very far. Yeah, I'm gonna set these to like 50 blocks. No, wait, I said I was going 25. Okay, so therefore I will put the switch track at the very end. Oh, there you go. Boop. So there's one. Then I head on over here. So many slimes. 1, 2, 3, 4. That small one's not going to bother me though. There's 2. So then now what I need is one switch track that'll bring the 2 of those together. Question is like, do I favor the left or the right? Oh wait, is that even going to work? Kind of. I know what I could do. I can curve it to the left and then uncurve it. Oh wait, I have an idea. Why don't I do that just on a better scale? So if I do it like that, and then I set the switch track. Okay, this basically just undid all the math I just proceeded to do. But if I did it like... Oh, I did this wrong. I don't want this to be a curve. This part's not going to be the curve. I think the curve will be on the back side of this. So from there, this one will keep going straight. This is going to be some bootleg Y. It's going to function the same way though. There we go. So there's 1, there's 2. If that's the case, how many more blocks do I have to go? Because I really can set this to be like 50 blocks and then not have any problems. That's not the slime. That is. And come on, little by little. Hello, I see you. All right. Try this again. There we go. Nice big turn radius. That way I'm not going to have too much concern. Never mind, I think I already see why I had it as 25. I know I could add like a little itty bitty loop and not have any problems. Oh, I'm gonna do this totally non-standard. Oh, are y'all ready for this? I don't know if you are. We're gonna have the track cross over itself. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Doink. Did that work? Hold up. Let me double check that. Well, that's how it is. Okay. Basically, what'll happen is exactly as you see. I will have a crossing track right here. So now that side. Oh, this is gonna be great. Hold on. I'm getting all these ideas. I'm gonna turn that like that. And then we're going to turn it one more like that. This is going to throw you for a loop, but oops. Basically, this whole setup, the left side ends on the right, and the right side ends on the left. Like, I have my 2 track here, but the way it's all set up, it's a big ol' switcheroo in the most literal sense. I guess I can plop this back down. So basically, I have my 2 tracks. One is here, and the other is straight there. You see, I created this massive loop. But what now needs to happen is, this track is going to curve off and to connect with that one, and that track is going to curve to connect with that one. All right, excuse me, slime, you gotta go. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. We're gonna set this to 20. Set that back as straight. Okay. I want to bring this one forward though, because I need to make sure that this is farther. Okay, so that's going to be like that. And then I need the custom curve. Do. This is going to look so odd. Oh, wait a minute. I need this to be a switch track. Whoops. Ha! So close. Oh, that's what I needed. I needed the 2 additional switch tracks. Okay, well, either way, we are close. We are indeed very close here. Because now what I need is... I need this to be... Oh my gosh, I'm getting ganged up on. Excuse me, guys. Y'all don't belong here. Do. Okay, well, it almost was going to be straight until I realized, like, oh yeah, these are supposed to be the curve tracks. Whoopsies. Do. Yeah, there we go. So we start here. Let's see, how many more blocks forward does that need to go? Is that even going to connect? I don't know. Well, either way, I'm going to have to tear all that down. This section and that section. And then I'll combine, because once I slide this one forward, then I'll be able to accurately figure out where it needs to be. Because I need that line right there to line up. And I heard a buzz. Important. Do. Not relevant. Okay, so let me bring this forward quite a bit, and we'll see how far until it lines up. How many more blocks forward it needs to be. I'm just gonna guesstimate like there, and hope I lined it up straight. Do. If not, it's not gonna matter anyways, because the custom curve will solve it anyways. I just like keeping the lines as straight as possible. Oh no, wait, did I line it up exact? Oh, I did! I'm a ninja. Yeah, so that one needs to be right where it is. So now all that's left is another curve, because I'm gonna need to connect that one to here. So therefore, I'm gonna have to tear down this last section of the curve. Because that one will be independent, because I need this one to be as it should. So I can bring it forward quite a bit. Maybe to like here or so. Because then I could very easily just combine that one and this one. Okay, no, it needs to be here. So I'll just push it up to like there maybe. I think I'll be fine. Okay, either way, it's bedtime. Time to catch our... Where's the bed? There it is. It's getting quite dark. Bad guys are about to start spawning. Let's try to prevent that from happening. Stay away from me, slimes. Let me sleep. Cool. Okay, this time I'm gonna pick up the bed. Hold on. I can toss that, keep that there next to the levers. Okay, so we are looking for... the last thing that needs to be done is combining that one. Oh well. Because I feel like... yeah, that's not going to line up well. Alright. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull the same thing we did last time. We're going to set that to 13. And then set the curve to be, was it 45, I think? I think it was all 45s. We're going to find out. Yeah, that way, I'm not going to be too concerned about how far it needs to travel. Hello. Okay, so toss that there, and then now all that needs to be done is make sure the custom curve lines up. This will be one big old curve track, and this is totally... Yeah, because this one will remain completely straight between that switch track and this one, I think. I'll just custom curve, it does not matter. Okay, so... Drop that there. And hope that this will line up. Good news is, with this big ol' curve as is, I'll be able to go super speed on this one, because it's a big ol' S curve. Well, almost. And just almost. Okay, come on. Please line up. Excuse me. Hadoink. That's the same margin of error we had before, therefore, I'm gonna use it. Yeah, it goes straight for a little bit, and then it starts to curve. Oh well. Okay, I think we are nearing completion. Because now, all that needs to do, I'm gonna connect the last little floating points. And then see if it all lines up. Because as long as everything remains lined up. So yeah, I was right, that one's completely straight. This is totally complicated, but oh well. Yeah, I didn't feel like switching out for a regular straight track for that one. Look at that. We're getting there. Yeah, doink. Oh wait, back here. Because the last thing that needs to be done is connect that one with that over there. So I plop that down. No thank you, slime. And there we go. Oh, I was right. That one still is straight. Okay, cool. So then over here, excuse me, slimes. Slap that together. All right. Yeah, this is fine. That's not very intuitive though, because like I was saying, if you go to the right on this, you're going to end up going left. And for this one, if you keep going straight, you're going to end up going to the right. Yeah, it is what it is though. Let's see how many track I can lay down though. Because chances are I'm not going to be able to finish this. Let me just start with the pieces that are closest to here. But yeah, we have 4 switch tracks over there, plus another 3 switch tracks here. That's 7. Got a stack in 10. Well, I think we're going to make good progress at least in terms of completion. Yeah, here, let me try to complete this big old part of the loop. Nah, I'll just go based on here. I have plenty of steel. I could cast more quickly. I'll keep going until it says don't have enough. We're gonna take a look-see. Ah, missing 2? So close. So very close. Okay, therefore, we're gonna go to the other end. Man, I was hoping those 3 stacks and 20 were gonna get me far. Looking at it, I guess it did get me quite a bit, but oh well. Excuse me, slime. Your existence is no longer required. Boop-a-doop. Okay, we're at 12. There's no way 12 segments, because each of these last 2, both of those are the longest segments. Therefore, I'm going to end up doing those last. I'm going to make another, maybe stack or so. Should, get my health back on the up and up. There we go. What are we at? Hour 19. Wow, laying down all those rails and figuring out the logistics of how it's supposed to all connect to each other and whatnot. Apparently that did take a long time. But don't worry. The fun part, like I was saying, firing up the Polar Express, that is still, we still have plenty of time for that. The rails are almost done. I have plenty of steel currently sitting in the casting basin. It's not going to take too long to cast the rails, then finish up on placing them. I'm going to need more of the thingies though. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-boop. What are they? The redstone lamps. There we go. I'm going to need several more of those. And then I'm going to look again at how the rails are currently established. Or how the track setups, the switch track, there we go. How the switch tracks are currently set up. So then that way I'll be able to go from there. Okay, so we are here, and wow, I might also need to take another stack of the treated planks with me. We don't have too many rails left to place. Okay, so, yeah, Let's see, how are we doing on coal? I don't think these trunks were loaded. They were totally not loaded. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, rail cast in. We're gonna set this on repeat. Do. Yeah, we're gonna go until we pass a stack of segments. Can you not update now? Oh well. That was done. 23.7 megabytes downloaded. How do I close that? Close that. And how do I? Do. Is this important? No, it's not. All right. Do. All this steel. Oh, this is gonna be it. All right, no more. Set that back to single. I think. Yeah, this will definitely be enough rail segments at the very end to lay down the last bit of track that we need. And then there'll be some extra. All right, we're in the clear. And therefore, I should be going down. Yeah, I'll be picking up the horse, then we're gonna finish up on the segments. Oh wait, I needed, yeah, I needed the redstone lamps. We're gonna start out with the 7. If you remember, I went mining, or not mining, I went in the nether and acquired a bunch of glowstone. And I also had glowstone dust sitting in there as well. Sitting in the chest, the storage shed that I have in the nether. That is not too far from where the trench train is. Alright, there we go. Alright. So, game plan is pick up the horse, and then we're going to look at the current rail setup, current switch setup with the levers and whatnot. I'm not going to be adding the redstone wires, as I was saying. That'll be probably tomorrow or whenever I feel like it. Can we make it? Aha! We can. Okay, so it's basically on the inside of the track. I don't think that's a good idea. I think I'm gonna keep it on the outside. Okay, so the outside of the track, we have the lamp, which is like right at the switch. Or the lever, I don't know. Well, either way, it's very close to the end here. Alright, start not wandering too far. Yeah, let me head on over here. Because like I was saying, I was going to keep the lamps on all the outside. So the lamp itself is right on the very last block of the switch. Alright, that's the game plan in terms of setup for over here. So like I was saying, I'd like to keep things consistent. And then at the very, very end of the episode, now that we have all these brand new rails laid down, of course I'll need to update the map. This big old section over here. Let me look at this real fast here before I hop off. Boop. Oh, good. Okay, so it is lamp, then lever. So there's 1. And then this is 2. I'll need to see how I do for those other ones. Because these 4 over here are going to be easily established. You know, I wonder... Yeah, I probably should plop it down on the backside. Well, we're gonna see if this works. This is totally gonna be a very, very tight squeeze, but we're gonna see if it works or not. So this one... Oh, that doesn't work just because... Okay, well, either way... Yeah, it doesn't... the reason why it doesn't work is because there's no redstone sitting on top. I probably should have brought some redstone. Because then the redstone would power that. Well, either way, it does indeed work as 2 separate thingies. So as long as... Well, it's not going to be 2 separate signals, though. Yeah, this is not going to work. Okay. I'll just keep this on this side, then. Doink. Alright. So then, 2 more. Yeah, because that's not a switch track. That is a crossing. Let me lay this down. Doink. So there's 1. And then 2's over here. But before we get there, let me wrap up with the rest of these rails. And doink. There we go. We're at 18 left over. Oh man, that one gave us an odd number of planks. That's a little bit unfortunate. I can't do anything about that though, unless I lay down more rails. We'll be getting to that at a later point. Alright, last one. But, hello. How's it going? Alright. Everything's all set here. Yay. So now, let me think how I'm going to do this. Oh, I have a game plan. I think I have a very big game plan on what I want to do. So, what I'm thinking is we're going to keep all of this open, I think. Yeah, we're going to start with all of it open, then we'll go from there. If I need to manually throw a switch, that'll be fine. But for now, it will work all as open. Hold on, let me just examine this switch track one last time. In terms of coming off the curve, it'll all be fine. And then with these switches being open, that means it'll just drive straight along anyways. Okay. Yeah, if something needs to happen, I could change it later. But yeah, let's start moving. And yeah, the only problem is all the switch tracks over here are all manual. But oh well. I'll be plopping down the redstone for them later. So yes, it's time to start getting the Polar Express moving. So step 1 is firing it up. Step 2 is getting it onto the flat line out there. Getting things going. And I think I'm also going to bump this back up to let's go 25. Which means we're going to run out of memory faster though. What are we currently at anyways? Only half of that. As long as we stay here in the overworld, then we'll probably be fine. Gonna wait around a little bit, let all the chunks load. Alright. So, for the Polar Express to get it out of here, I don't think I'm going to use the siding just yet. I was thinking about it, but we're going to not. So we're going to keep that as closed. Then for the main flatline switch, we're also going to keep that open. Or sorry, keep both of these open. That way we'll be backing out directly onto the flatline. And then eventually, when time comes for a rest, when we move all the way back around and pull into the siding, we'll be pulling in from the siding from the back side. So that's what we'll be thinking, but we'll be getting there after we go around in circles for a joyride a little bit. So let me drop off all these supplies that I currently don't need. I'm going to keep this lever on me just because I'm going to need to. Oopsies, that was a terrible idea. That was not the hemp wire. Oopsies. Yeah, maybe I should get some of that redstone as well. Get the 7 of them. Because that should... I think the redstone wire should connect to the whatchamacalled. Redstone wire should automatically know how to connect to the switch track. Excuse me, I did not give you permission to phase through a fence. There you go. And all these trees have grown. I think it might be time to chop them all down. Just making sure I had everything on me. Okay, so I can toss that. Yeah, we're gonna keep the lever. Yeah, all the track stuff and the dirt, that can all be tossed. Yeah, hold on to the lever. All right, tree chop. You know, I'll keep that because I'm about to need it. But it's time to acquire charcoal. That was not very effective. I didn't think that would only be the one tree. But looking at it, I see now that the trees next to it didn't even grow up yet. Oh well. But yeah, we're gonna start getting some charcoal, so that way we'll have charcoal in order to use as fuel to start warming up the Polar Express. Yay. Chop a tree. I wonder if there's a way to have automatic tree farms. I think currently not, though. Just because the way trees grow, I don't think there's a way to automatically chop it down, collect the resources, then plant a new one. Whatever. At least it gives me the purpose of performing team treant actions manually. These trees were felled by my own 2 hands. Actually, I hold the axe in one hand. These trees were felled by my own singular hand. Just clean up the mess here. I'm already feeling major performance drop at 25 chunks compared to 16. I think I might set it back to 20. I was hoping to go up to 32, but seeing how 25 ran, I think not today. It really comes down to all those machines and whatnot I've got going on up there. Plus all the trains as well. Because those high quality, well, Minecraft high quality models use up a fair amount of resources. I already put the axe away, whoops. Oopsies. Hadoink! There we go, okay. No more chopping. Now it's planting. A lot of trees, but oh well. This is high quantity of wood whenever I do chop them all down. They're not fully down yet. They're getting close though. I figured it was fine. Yeah, my bed is indeed back in there. All right, let's go start cooking all this the wood into charcoal. And I doink. Okay. Let me just toss the rest of the materials I don't need. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Oopsies. Treated planks don't go in there. Treated planks have their own chest. The other track stuff does go in there though. So toss all that, and then redstone. I needed 7 pieces of redstone. Ah, 63 is the worst number. Oh well. Chat disconnected. Successfully connected. Interesting. Everything looks like it's going as intended. Okay, so we are here. Oopsies, I did not start cooking this up. Good news is, I don't need this much charcoal, because I still have plenty in the tender, as I was saying. Okay. Therefore, we shall go. Here, let me pull out these stacks from here. And I was going to start tossing in all of these until I realized that would not work, just because these will have 7. Alright, so I guess I'll start with the 14 ones then, and start cooking up the stacks. Oops, those were 15. Okay, therefore, this is going to be our starting charcoal. How much of this we're actually going to use, hard to tell. But when we get the locomotive going, we're definitely going to want a nice big fire so that it warms up the water quickly. Then, once we're going, I'm going to be able to pull out charcoal, so that way the tender only refills. I can have a smaller fire going once we're already moving. I could update the maps, but I think I'm going to do it at the very end. I'm ready for the Polar Express. Let's start going. Are y'all ready? Woohoo! Alright. I was right. I clunked straight into that. That's a skelly bum. Okay, I'm not going to worry about him just yet. Step 1 is let's start getting all of this warmed up. Do 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 do. There we go. Oh my gosh, that filled up. How fast is this tender? Oh my gosh, it filled up so quickly. Wow. I was thinking it was gonna like trickle in like 1, 2, 3, 4, or like 1 stack, 2, 3. Nah, that was fast. Okay. Well, either way, Mr. Skellybum here. Hello. Doink. Bye. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at all the arrows who tried shooting at me. But yeah, Polar Express is warming up now. Let me consume some food, gotta heal up. I guess now would have been a good time to ride on the rails to start plopping down the redstone. I think the speeder would take a little bit of time to heat up anyways. Okay. Yeah, basically, while we sit here waiting for the locomotive, same thing applies to the trench train. First, we gotta get the boiler warming up. So once we hit 100 degrees Celsius, which is boiling point of water, that's another buzz. Once we hit the boiling point of water, then that's when we start building pressure. So then once the pressure is all the way built up, then we'll be able to start moving. Because if there's no pressure, we're not going to move very far. In fact, I don't think well, kind of depends on how little pressure. It could take some of it to start moving. But yeah, this locomotive really filled up so quickly. I didn't realize the tenders delivered charcoal that much. Oh my gosh, look at how much we've already burned through though. This is gonna greatly decrease. We haven't even gone anywhere. The water is still warming up. And we've already burned through a fair amount of that. But, oh well. We're getting there. Yeah, with no pressure, we are literally not gonna move. Okay, so I guess now we really could just zoom down the track with the speeder, or maybe the horse. I'm having a lot of fun with trains, truth be told. Teehee. Well, basically, what I want to do is start plopping down the. Just while I have time, I just want to lay down the redstone. Might as well. Do 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 do. Yeah, let's warm this up. Because this is totally going to warm up faster than the Polar Express. I will say, though, the amount of coal, or the amount of charcoal in the Polar Express, I'm definitely going to want to get it moving ASAP. I think will be plenty, though, in terms of the amount of charcoal it has. Yeah, the good part is with diesel locomotives is you can warm them up faster by having the throttle on. If you try to have the throttle on while a steam locomotive doesn't have any pressure, you're basically going to be using what very little or no pressure there is. Therefore, you're not going to actually build it up. Therefore, it's best to wait until it's maximum PSI. Otherwise, you're kind of just wasting steam. I guess you can go when there's a little bit, well, almost full on pressure. But, oh well. It would not have the same driving force as if it was all the way full. Yeah, we're going to turn the brake on a little bit. Half application. Okay, maybe that's half. No, if throttle's half. Well, it doesn't matter. Do 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 do. Yeah, with all these open, this means I'll be able to pull straight back into where I need to be. Yay. Okay. So now if I plop that, is that going to work? Nope, it connects, but it doesn't, it visibly connects. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, well either way, let me just lay down on the, I was kind of hoping it would work, and that's not the case, unfortunately. Oh well. And I don't, okay. Yeah, we have 2 more switch tracks to get to, because we laid down the 5 here. Alright, let's keep going. Surprised this really takes so long to slow down, though. As long as I don't cross another switch track, which I think I'm about to. Yeah, that's totally another one right there. I think. As long as I don't cross another switch track, then I'll be able to end up. But that's why I have that extra lever on me. Just in case I done goof something, I have the lever to be able to switch the tracks. I'm gonna have to run all the way over there, aren't I? Yeah, no thank you. I'm gonna get that one at the end. Alright, let's go. Was that like max wheel slip? There we go. Now we're moving. Alright, good enough. Yay. See if I can park this right back on the fluid loader again. Hello. Goodbye. Did not do much damage to him. Oh well. We're gonna see how far the Polar Express is warmed up when we get there. Hopefully it's starting to build pressure and the water has reached boiling point. But this is why I loaded that tender full of coal, because I knew that it was going to require a massive amount of charcoal to begin with to get it going. Alright, time to apply the brake as we come across the fluid loader, because once I'm sitting on the fluid loader, that way I don't need to worry about fuel, because then it'll just automatically go in. almost. Alright, there we go. Alright, good enough. Alright, engine off. Alright, let's see. So, this is another reason why I kind of wanted to focus primarily on diesel locomotives, just because I was saying how fuel inefficient steam locomotives are. But for the Polar Express, I wanted to make an exception, because Christmas is coming around the corner. Yay, we are at a whopping 34 PSI out of 255. How are we doing on charcoal? Oh my gosh, we're burning through a lot of it. Yeah, that's let's see if any more has finished cooking. It's probably come nighttime as well. Do. Let me just drop that there. Hoink. Alright. But with all the additional charcoal, I tossed into the whatchamacallit, all the additional charcoal I tossed into the furnaces to cook up from all the logs. I'm hoping those are going to be mostly done. Otherwise, I don't think there's a lot other charcoal that I have. Because like I was saying, most of the charcoal... Oh, I do have a lot. Cool. Most of the charcoal I do have was turned into coal blocks. Because like I was saying, somehow something added a recipe in order for charcoal to be made into coal. I'm not complaining because that means I don't have to mine all of it. It saves me resources because as long as I spend the time on the tree farm making sure that is cleared out as quickly as possible, then that means I'll be able to just focus on all of that. Okay, well, it's almost done. I'm pretty certain locomotive's not going to be ready. Well, it might be, because we were at 30. Well, it was still... Yeah, hard to say for when it will be done. I'll just grab all the 48 out of all of these. Oh, never mind, I did that backwards. I started at this end. Oh well, truth be told, does not matter too much. Alright, this is good enough. Let's head on back down and see if the S3 Berkshire is ready to go. The 284. Oh, the wire. Temp wire. Hadoink. Do. Alright. Almost there. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. Well, either way, while we are in here, though, let me just restock that. Look at all of that. All the charcoal. Much better, much better. Cool. And, of course, there's still all this in here. And then the water. Of course, we are not going to have any concern about water as long as this is sitting on the tank. Because this will be continually full as long as I keep the pump on. And as long as that's currently outputting. That is not outputting, but we are not missing that much so far. Alright, well, either way, how are we doing on charcoal? It burned through half a stack that quickly. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're looking at 32. 32. Whenever all of this goes, that's half a stack right there. And all of these last regular burn times. I don't know the numbers and ticks. But yeah, all of these cost the exact same in terms of burn time. Therefore, one piece of charcoal burns for as long as one piece of charcoal would in a furnace. This goes through, in 10 minutes, this goes through 64 stacks of charcoal. Oh my gosh, we haven't even started moving yet. Well, when this hits like maybe 200 PSI, I'll see if we can get things going, because this is taking longer than I thought. We have 10 minutes left. Like I can only keep going on charcoal runs so much. I might just start pulling them out of the furnaces, and restocking the tinder. Good news is, though, once time comes to power down the locomotive, I could just start pulling out all the charcoal from the firebox, and then that way the tinder will stop inputting into the firebox. Therefore, I could restock the tinder, and then we'll kind of just go from there. But the trees are definitely not going fast enough to get the locomotive going. That's for sure. Okay, so that's all done. Yay, that's another 50 steel. That 50 steel is going straight into here, just because I spent a lot on the rail casting. Good news is I don't need to cast any more rails for a while. Yay. So, toss that in. If I head on over here, so now what we're definitely not doing today, because we have almost no time, is down here. The EMD F3, and then the A unit and the B unit. We are going to be starting on the Santa Fe Super Chief. So you see right here, this frame, this is only 35. You gotta remember, this is an old locomotive. This is from 30s or 40s, question mark. But yeah, this entire stream. You only missed an hour. Well, not entirely, you weren't here the first part. In total, you missed approximately... I don't feel like doing math. You haven't really missed much. The first part was the introduction to like all the stuff that I've been working on. The second part, which was the longest, was me working on all the rails, plopping down all the rails, figuring all of that out. And then the third part is the Polar Express, which hasn't even gotten moving yet because it's taken so long to warm up. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull out the complete stacks of these, and then that's it. I still need some charcoal. Because I need some charcoal in order to warm up, or in order to cook the last of the... when time comes to chop down more trees, which is probably might not be after this stream, for the reason being I'm not feeling it. I was doing this all day. But yeah, with this extra charcoal, this will be able to reload tinder, because I have no idea how much charcoal we are burning just getting the locomotive warmed up. I gotta say though, chances are, after today, I might not run the Polar Express again. This steam locomotive is very, very much consuming massive amounts of charcoal. Oh my gosh. What's the big train? If you're talking about big train, the only big train we have is the freight train, because you see, that one extends beyond the view distance. That last gondola, though. Yeah, that last gondola that's barely in view, that's the end of the train, and it goes all the way to the 3 SD44s in front. Yeah, otherwise, this Polar Express here, locomotive, tender, 3 passenger cars, it's not very long. Oh, the steam engines. Oh, howdy, Pep. Welcome back. How long has it been? Did you know I've been working on the Polar Express here? In a quite literal sense. This is pretty close. The passenger cars are not entirely accurate, though. Oh my gosh, we're not even at 150 PSI. In about a month or so, then yeah, you've missed the fun part, because it took me 3 or 4 weeks to actually start laying rails and getting trains going, especially that little speeder over there. But yeah, I have a freight train, I have the Surfliner, and I have the Polar Express. We'll be working on the Santa Fe Super Chief tomorrow or the next day. But yeah, I'm sitting here waiting for the locomotive to warm up. But oh man, I've burned so much charcoal in the process just sitting here waiting. And we're not even at 200 PSI yet. Because I don't know what the this is a short train, it might not take too much. But yeah, it is most effective with the maximum amount of PSI. Otherwise, we're kind of just sitting here waiting, and we only have a few minutes left of the stream. But like I spent all this time warming up the locomotive, and it hasn't even gotten moving yet. Amount of time that's passed. It's been like 8 weeks. What are we on? 41? Yeah, this is the start of the 9th week. 8 weeks I've spent here building that platform, all the machines, all the trains, setting up the wires here. Even though they're halfway done, just because now I have all the switch tracks over there that need wires. But yeah, a lot of progress in 8 weeks. 1,104 Minecraft days. Of course, I'd say 10 or 15% of that time is just keeping the world open. Nah, not even that. Maybe 20% was just sitting here keeping the world open because of how long it takes for steel to cook. Okay, we passed 175. We got 5 minutes left. I'm gonna try to start moving and see if there's enough pressure. But yeah, let's go. All right, we're moving. Therefore, pressure will slowly continue to build up. But yeah, we're gonna do a nice loop around here. One loop all the way around the village. And then we're gonna get out onto the flat line out there. Yeah, just look at the driving wheels down there and the whole animation of all the individual moving components. Like, just looking at all that, I think that's pretty cool, even though I know I'm not entirely looking at where we're going. But it's fine, it's fine. Oh, it's missing is snow. Yeah, there's no snow out here. Oh my gosh, it's really becoming nighttime already. Yeah, let's make the curve, and then hopefully, yeah, if we can make it beyond this curve at a nice steady speed, then that'll be fine. Yeah, we're gonna have to back up though, after we pass the signal, because I'm not driving around this little loop. We have only 3 minutes though. Truth be told, we might not have time to make it onto the flat line. There's no snow crafting recipes unless there is snow. Well, that may not be entirely true unless if in the event that one of the mods I have is capable of adding snow. After we pass this curve, I'm gonna do a terrible idea and hop off. For the reason being, here, I'm just gonna cut the throttle though. I'm gonna hop off for the reason being I gotta sleep. Yeah, doink. Alright, let's not run into the train, because then I'd end up like all the slimes, pancaked from being run over. Do. Yeah, normally I should have the dead man switch enabled. We're gonna say this is an old steam locomotive. The S3 Berkshire class is from like the 50s or something, I think, or earlier. So we're gonna say they didn't have a dead man pedal on a steam locomotive at that time. But yeah, diesel locomotives from later on, at least the 70s, probably the 60s as well, did have one. Alright. Yeah, we're not gonna make it onto the flat line though. Partially some RLCraft mods in there. I have no idea what mods are included in RLCraft. If you're talking about the sound, I have, what is it, dynamic surroundings. If that's included in RLCraft, then yay, sure, go on ahead. But yeah, that's where all the sounds are coming from. All the new ones, I should say. But yeah. So what we're currently planning on, I guess, yeah, we're not even gonna have enough time to make it into the siding. Oh well, I guess this was a nice little fun joyride. Yeah, I'm gonna let the locomotive is still warming up though. Therefore, I'm just gonna not play on the world all of tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna actually, do other stuff. Well, basically, we gotta pull far enough ahead to, y'all see the switch track down there. We gotta make sure the observation car at the end passes it. Because we're gonna have to back up into the siding over there. And that's not gonna be today though. Well, not even into the siding, because like I said, I wanted to go straight into the main line. So we're gonna start first thing tomorrow. Because if I'm still sitting here keeping the world open for the 10 or 12 hours tomorrow before the stream. After today, the locomotive is going to burn through so much charcoal, it'll probably run out by the time it's time to stream again. But yeah. Oh, did it pass? Hard to tell. This is why it's nice to have a brakeman on the back side of the train giving you instructions, being like, yeah, you're in the clear. I think I'm all good though. And it's tick-tock 1800 o'clock. Yeah, I'm having fun here. I think I passed it. Yeah, I did for sure. Alright, so that is indeed all it for today. So we'll be back again tomorrow. First thing we're gonna do is definitely get to this, drive it all the way onto the main line, flat line out there, and then start working on. Can you not? Start working on all the switch tracks, and probably start on the wiring. I think there should be fine to save on the curve. The diesel locomotives were fine on curve. But yeah, so look forward to tomorrow because it'll for sure be more eventful. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Bye.